Crimson Desert as an update.
What is going on with Crimson Desert? This promising action RPG showed off a ton of amazing features and gameplay during Gamescom 2023, but it also left us with a ton of questions, the biggest of which is when the game will actually be released. Well, we have an update on that and way more info on the game, so let me walk you through it. In case this is your first time hearing
Very important. When is the game going to release?
about Crimson
2024. 2024. 2024, boys.
Desert, it's an action RPG that is being developed by Pearl Abyss, the studio behind the successful MMORPG Black Desert Online. It was originally announced in November 2019, although at that point it was still being considered an MMO. That's likely because Crimson Desert started life as a spin-off for Black Desert Online, but early in development the team decided to make it a standalone game, and not much later the switch to a single-player open-world action RPG was made. The
Oh, whoa. Don't say single player. All right, it's going to be co-op. It is going to be co-op. I need this.
First proper gameplay reveal, which already looked really good, showed a release window of winter 2021. However, in July of 2021, we received the official announcement that the game had been delayed indefinitely. Things went silent after that until new gameplay was shown at Gamescom Opening Night Live 2023. And while that gameplay certainly looked impressive, the game's official social media accounts have been pretty much silent since then. One big thing that was also
Yeah, it's been a little bullshit, bro. We got this super epic trailer. We all got super hyped up, and then they just didn't say anything about the game at all.
absent from the trailer was a release date or window, but we did recently receive an update on that thanks to research from a Korean stock exchange company.
Okay.
Their researcher, Kim Jin-gu,
Let me move back down there. There we go.
noted the following. The launch timing of Red Desert, which means Crimson Desert of course, has been netted forward by 1 year to Q2 2025 from Q2 2024. Pearl Abyss
Even Ashes of Creation situation, boys.
from Q2 2024. Pearl Abyss did reach out to WCF Tech with an official response, which basically stated that a new release date for Crimson Desert was never announced. So I doubt we'll hear anything about this on official channels, but I am kind of seeing a pattern here, as the last time the studio went radio silent was also after a delay. So I'm guessing we won't hear anything for a couple of months until a big new reveal, maybe Gamescom again, and then we hopefully get the final release date for Crimson Desert.
I will say, I would rather them keep delaying it and make it the game of the fucking year. I do think that Crimson Desert has potential to be on par with things like The Witcher. Because it looks on paper like The Witcher meets Assassin's Creed. And I think it absolutely has potential to make game of the year if they just nail it. If they just nail it, you know what I mean? And you know what? Take your time. This is not a WUSA. Okay, that's not a WUSA.
Certainly hope so,
Absolutely
because after
not.
doing a ton of
And
research on the game,
that is definitely not a Megu sitting right next to her. This is not. These are not. No, there's reused assets. That's not a thing.
ton of research
Don't worry
on the
about
game, I got even more excited for it. And I want to share everything I found. Of course, if you are also excited, leave a
It needs a great story. Well, then we're. I'll be honest with you. If you can literally go up to people who are driving a wagon and be like, "Yay!" and just kick them straight off the wagon. That's kind of a W.
like to show your support and subscribe for more videos on Crimson Desert. So as I said earlier, the game is a single player action RPG with an open world and tons of different...
Stop saying single player. We don't know if it's going to be single player yet.
gameplay mechanics, side activities, and mini-games for you to interact with. The setting for this adventure is the world of Pyrewall, consisting of
Is that Drift Instinct Cell? No, it's definitely not. It's not the same at all.
various different kingdoms and regions with their own unique environments and cultures. The player character, a northern mercenary called Macduff, is haunted by their past, and a short scene we saw depicting a younger Macduff likely confirms we'll learn why through flashbacks. But Macduff won't be traveling alone, as you will befriend your own band of mercenaries, each with their own stories and skill sets to add to your party. They will be able to join you in combat, and from the
it has potential for co-op, okay? You can add people to your party and like run in the world, right? Like this is good. It's gonna be co-op. Co-op is definitely happening. I need this. It's happening. It's 100%.
Looks of it, you're even able to take control of them, as we can see in this short gameplay clip with a more orcish looking character wielding a great axe that seems to be part of our warband. The developers even noted there are other mercenary bands that Macduff will interact with, which makes me think we might be able to recruit characters from other adventuring parties too. And while we obviously explore Macduff's troubled past and the stories of his traveling companions through the main story, there is another big mystery we have to solve. And that mystery has to do with these weird time dungeons. These distort time when you enter them and look very technologically advanced when you compare them to the more medieval structures visible in a lot of the footage. No idea what these do or who made them, but the developers have teased that many important moments take place inside one of these time dungeons.
It looks really cool. Aside from this looking like a Lesra, which I swear to God I will threaten not to play the game if I see a Lesra one more fucking time. But like aside from that, the game looks, the graphics and everything look absolutely incredible.
We do get a look at a mysterious robed figure inside one of these time dungeons as Macduff draws their...
A mysterious robed figure? Who could that be? I swear to God.
sword, so I doubt they're going to be nice enough to simply tell us. And let's go over combat actually, as there seems to be a lot of depth to it. Macduff's main set of weapons appears to be a sword and shield that allow for some quick slashes and of course defensive blocks as well. I don't know if he's able to equip
it basically looks like Warrior in BDO, but it means like WWE SmackDown on Raw. You know what I mean?
A different set of weapons, but as I said earlier, it does look like you're able to switch to a teammate and use their weapons and skill set. What Macduff does have access to are a lot of moves inspired by wrestling. The gameplay shows leg sweeps and running tackles to throw enemies on the ground.
Bro, dude just tackled him on the 3-yard line.
Throwing an enemy at another one, or some rapid kicks and jump kicks. These allow you to break
that guy went off the edge.
Enemy guards and set them up for powerful finishing moves or to disarm them. When an enemy drops their weapon, their AI allows them to be pretty dynamic, either squaring up to you, fighting with their fists, by running back to try to pick their weapon back up, or by looking for another weapon they can fight with. So melee combat already offers you a ton of options, but you can also attack enemies from range with your bow and arrow.
It looks
which can
really
fire
cool.
both regular and explosive arrows that can be used for big
Look how like cool like the world
damage,
and everything
also
looks.
to destroy
it has
structures
so much
in the
potential.
environment to create an advantage for yourself. So a lot of flexibility to the system, and I'm guessing we'll be able to expand our moveset even further with new skills and meaningful loot, although
I like this for a game that you can play for the story and it's not just a grind. I agree. I think that you hopefully, again, it'll be like hopefully like The Witcher, like where you can grind in The Witcher and it's like this nice open world. It's got this feel to it. It's like got the whole ambiance there, and you've also got like the Assassin's Creed kind of combat with it. Like, again, this has so much potential, bro. There's so much here.
We don't have any details on that yet. And while combat is looking pretty exciting, I think the main thing that sets Crimson Desert apart is the amount of other gameplay mechanics and activities in the game.
True.
Not all quests will involve combat, some will just see you help out townsfolk by returning their cattle, for example. You pick these side quests up from a notice board in town, where we can see other missing creatures as well, and a drawing of a card, which might be an escort mission. There are also puzzles you can find in dungeons that I assume lead to some nice loot, and hidden paths in the open world that can lead you to new areas. Again, since we
love Easter eggs.
Next to nothing about loot and other rewards, it's hard to say what's waiting for you at the end of these. You can find more relaxing pastime activities too, like fishing, which has its own minigame, and there's also cooking, playing music, or petting any animals you come across. But to be honest, simply traversing the beautiful lands of Pywell is what looks the most exciting to me. One reason for that is
okay, maybe this is some cope, but I honestly thought that one of the best parts of the trailer was the music. I thought the music sounded so amazing in the trailer.
That
It was
protagonist
so cool.
Macduff might as well be the lead in a new Assassin's Creed game, as he can climb buildings, rocky surfaces and trees. Not sure if it actually works the same as it does in AC, or that the game will employ a Breath of the Wild-esque stamina system, but either way you'll be able to reach a lot of different places like this. You can also use some sort of pole vault for extra height on your jumps, or swing from ropes and then transition back into climbing. And if you should fall, you also have this black feathered cloak that allows you to glide. This will also help you get back to land after exploring the floating ruins in the sky, which remind me a lot of the Sky Islands in Tears of the Kingdom. But you can also use this glide ability when exploring the world in a hot air balloon, because yes, there are also a lot of different means of traversal.
The hot air balloon is not a reused asset. It just looks like one. Because it is one.
Including aerial ones. Your main means of transport, other than your feet of course, will be your horse, which you need to tame as well from the looks of it. And they look really fast, they can even drift to take a speedy corner, and you can also leap off of.
Yeah, that's not drift instant excel. It's actually instant excel and then drift. It's totally different. It's like a chicken and the egg situation. It's totally different.
Them and then use your feathered cloak to glide really far. I do hope the horse is okay after this though. You can also ride horse carts or steal them from innocent villagers if you want to play a bit more villainous, which also...
This is your cart? This is my cart.
Also triggers some sort of wanted system, as you can see in the corner of the screen. Other mounts that have been mentioned but not shown are donkeys, camels and elephants.
Really? We can't get outside this shit? What is it with these fucking developers? Are you kidding me? What is it with these fucking people? You can ride horses, donkeys, camels, and elephants. Oh, thank fucking God, it's so much different. What about there's dragons. That's the only new one. Can we get more of that?
You're also able to travel bodies of water.
Give us more of all of the other shit. I want to ride a bird from up.
In a rowing boat, but by far the most exciting potential mount on the menu is a dragon. You can see it flying and dodging a ton of projectiles with barrel rolls, and just in case you're still doubting whether this is a one-off scene, dragons were confirmed as mounts by the developers. I do hope that
mounts plural
means we get to find and tame different breeds of dragons, but that is just wishful thinking on my end. Even if it's just the...
Okay, that's news, because like I thought that this was just a quest right here where you got to ride a dragon like one time as a quest, you know what I mean? But like the developers actually confirming that you get like dragon mounts and there's plural, like you can get like multiple. That's huge. That's crazy, bro.
A flying mount is of course especially useful considering the verticality of the map and the flying ruins, and
that's
it should also be a lot faster than a hot air balloon. But the regions of Pyrewall are also full of dangerous creatures. From more regular enemies like soldiers and wolves to big monsters and giant living trees, it looks like there is a lot.
Alright, what are the chances that the siege dragon that they're giving us is really just a test run to see if it's going to be buggy in Crimson Desert? I see what you're doing, Jay, and I approve greatly because I really want to ride a fucking dragon that badly. So I'm just going to let it happen to me.
A lot of variety in the enemies we'll be fighting, and especially the boss fights are looking like a real highlight. Again, they're pretty varied. We've already seen war machines and mechanical dragons, mysterious warriors, and massive antlered monstrosities. Of course, our wrestling moves will not be that useful against these bigger creatures, but much like Dragon's Dogma, we are able to climb them and attack them while we hang on for dear life. Other fights like this...
Okay, I've been watching way too much Monster Hunter because, like, I saw him riding this dude around and all I could see was the number 1 over and over and over again.
Other fights like this Da Vinci-esque war machine will require a lot more from your dodging skills, like this is practically a bullet hell encounter, and there should be tons more that we've yet to see. What makes these fights extra exciting is that some of them will unlock new powers for Macduff. One example given was this lightning wielding creature that when slain allows you to learn a very powerful lightning slam attack.
That, again, that scene reminds me of God of War. which is pretty cool.
Tech, and again, there are more of these that we don't know about. But yeah, while it is obvious that the game is super ambitious, I still want to see more before I'm convinced the devs can actually deliver on their promises. I still have a ton of questions regarding the gameplay, because while we've seen some cool individual elements, it's still not clear to me how it all fits together. On top of that, we also don't know on what consoles the game will be released. PC seems like a lock, but as of an investor's call in February last year, the studio stated that any talks about PlayStation or Xbox exclusivity have been inconclusive. Keep in mind,
yeah, it better not be console exclusive, or I'm gonna be pissed. It better be on PC and console, bro. There's no reason that a game like this can't release on both.
That exclusivity talks can also lead to an exclusive mission or outfit for one of the two platforms, so at this point it is still likely the game will release on both Sony and Microsoft.
You know, he does bring up a good point that I'm actually kind of concerned that, like, the only mounts that we've seen here are camels, donkeys, horses, and then the dragon. Can we please... Look, I love the dragon. W change. But can we please get away from this? We're only going to have these, like, 4 basic bitch fucking mounts in the game. Elephants, too, or whatever. Like, yeah, I want to ride a bear. I want to ride a mountain lion. I want to turn into a cat. You know what I mean? Like, maybe just the ears on my female character. But, like a panda. I want to ride a panda. I want to ride all kinds of stuff.
Microsoft consoles, but keep in mind that this can still change. So I'm hoping those questions will be answered in the future, but as I said, with the release date likely being moved to 2025, it will be
Gee, guys,
a while.
Which one would you like to ride? A horse? A camel? A donkey? An elephant? Or a dragon? God, it's a brain teaser, I tell you.
Before we hear more about Crimson Desert. But when we learn more, we will of course let you know here, so subscribe to not miss anything, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and watch our previous one on all big games.
Yeah, absolutely. Good video. Honestly, I love that he gave us like a release date that was like not just copium, but like actually had some stuff on it. There's the video right there. Absolutely go give him a drop him a sub, drop him a like.